Thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial, which is a fondant topper inspired by Funko. I made them for Candy's Coulrophobia Collaboration. If you don't know what that means, that's fear of clowns. If you'd like to know more about that collaboration, I will leave the info in the description box below. Start with a large amount of white fondant with a small amount of black fondant. Mix it together to get a great color. I am using Fantasia Fondant. Cut your fondant into 2/3. Using your small ball of fondant, cut it in half. Then, cut one of the halves into 4ths. With the remainder half, roll it into a cone shape. This will be your body. We will now create the legs using 2 of the small pieces of fondant. We will now create the front legs. Make sure that you cut your logs at an angle so that they fit a little bit more flush to the body. Add details like creases and toenails. The way I made the toenails is that I used a round piping tip. To make the orange collar and hat, I just mixed a large amount of yellow with a small amount of red fondant. To create the collar, all I did was cut out a round circle using a cookie cutter. Insert a toothpick through the collar and the body. This will help attach the head later on. Using the remainder large portion of fondant that you had left over, shape the head into a square shape. To create the trunk, shape a piece of fondant into an elongated cone. Using a piping tip, indent the eyes. To create the ears, I used a round cookie cutter. After cutting it out, I shaped it to my desired liking and attached it to the head. To create his little hat, I used orange fondant, shaped it into a cone, bend over the top portion, and then cut a strip of another orange piece of fondant and attached it on the bottom rim. To turn Funko Dumbo into a clown, I painted his whole face white and a portion of his trunk. I then painted his eyes black and added 2 little eyelashes to each eye. I then proceeded to color the remainder of his trunk red and his cheeks. I then used orange food coloring to paint on his eyebrows. And then to paint the inside of his ears, I used pink. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial on my Funko inspired Dumbo clown. Again, if you are interested in the collaboration, the information will be in the description box below. And also where to purchase Fantasia Fondant. If you happen to purchase from them, please let them know I sent you. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Instagram and Facebook.